What a war season we have upon us. I'm pretty sure in the thumbnail I'm going to be saying something like high highs and low lows or something like that, and that's basically going to summarize the very first war I'm in. And my team is going to be Dani Moonstar, Jabari Panther, and the Hood. And we're going to start off against Node 1 Jessica Jones, which is the only fight I have for Jabari. And I'm just gonna say it before it happens. This is a death on the first fight of the season. Yeah, I'm legitimately gonna die on the first fight of the season, and it's not even tactics. So, that's great. So that's probably the low lows part of the title, or the thumbnail. But, basically, I'm doing regular Jabari things where I just need to get my ensnare up, try to get to the SP2 right before I hit 10 Huntress charges, and then we're kind of chilling from there. Apparently I can't dex that SP1 because I ate the pizza a little early, and what do you know, we're going to have a common theme where I try to dex early again. And I eat the kitchen sink, and now I'm just kind of about to die, and then I forget Crush exists. And then I do die. Because I can't dex the SP1, and because I forgot about Crush. Even though the SP1's like one of the easiest specials decks in the game, I still mess it up. Probably because of nerfs and stuff. I don't know. That's honestly one of my most embarrassing deaths I've ever had, and I've had some really embarrassing deaths. But whatever. It's not like I was expecting to have a deathless season or anything, so it's whatever. I'm gonna destroy her on the second attempt, as one usually does when they have an embarrassing death. At least all of mine, I find a way to do so well on the second attempt, and that just feels bad on the first attempt that I couldn't replicate it. But anyway, she's gonna die even before I get into Huntress, so that's cool. We dexed that SP1 there. I want to go for a parry to get into the hunt. However, she's about to die really fast anyway, so it's not gonna matter too much. We go for the SP2 with the Fury, and yeah, she's just about to die. There's a nice 30k crit at the end of the SP2, and she's dead just like that. So super easy fight that I just screwed up on the first attempt. And those of you who are still watching after that embarrassing accident, well, now we've got some good fights, because this Masacre is going to go really well except for the very start of the fight where I forget that he's unblockable. Either that or it was a dex issue. I'm not exactly sure which one, but either way, I took a combo. But at the same time, that's the only mistake I make in this fight. The rest of it goes really, really well, and it's going to be really fun to watch. We're just going to go straight for SP2. We keep hitting the blocks to gain some extra prowess and stuff, and then we're going to trigger the Falter now that we have our illusion up. We get some nice misses in, and now we need one more 5-hit combo to get another illusion, and then we're just going to go for the SP2 right after we trigger it. Right there, we go for the SP2, and it's going to do plenty of damage, only get 2 crits, and it's definitely enough. So the last hit of the SP2 finishes the job. So it's a really nice fight from Dani, and I've got some more really nice fights with Dani to come from this. So okay, so now I have an Apoc on node 26, and I'm going to speed this fight up because there's nothing really special about it. It's just a large Apoc that I had to use Hood for because there's nothing really too scary about this fight. It's just I couldn't really get a great counter to Apoc. Not like I necessarily needed one, because Hood works well enough. It's a long fight, and so that's why I sped it up. Not much to talk about either. We just kind of do a bunch of Hood things where we get our bullets, trigger them. We're going to finish the fight with very low bullets. I don't even know how I threw that in the block, but whatever. We're going to finish the fight with very low bullets, but it's not going to matter because we're going to get a lot of them right after on the next fight, so it's okay. We go for a heavy attack. We have a stun there, and he's about to die right after the SP2, I think. I'm going to heavy attack, and then he's dead. So that's a rank 4 Hood. I'm going to get him to rank 5 as soon as I get the Saga Gem, which will definitely help me out later in the season, I hope so. Okay, so we're going to activate some boosts, my second cycle of boosts, and then I'm going to do this fight with Hood. And going into it, I was like, okay, so it's going to be a Hulkling that's going to have a lot of power gain until I get the Fate Seal up, and then once I get the Fate Seal up, it's not going to be too bad. We go for the miss. Now we have an equal amount of buffs, so Rich Get Richer is not negated. What am I saying? We don't have an equal amount of buffs because I lied to you. He actually does have more, but now he doesn't because he's Fate Sealed. So Fate Seal's going to fall off because he's going to be an idiot and not throw a special attack. And this is going to be a recurring theme because he finally throws it, and now I need to throw my SP2, which I don't know why I'm not doing yet. Okay, Nope, never mind. We triggered the cloak there and got the power gain and went to SP3 because he was being a passive idiot. But whatever. So we throw the SP3. SP3 doesn't really do a lot of good. It places a bleed, but we don't really need the bleed. We're going to miss a bunch of his SP1. And now we're just trying to get that Fate Seal back because of the fact that I couldn't keep it up on the first time. I have an indestructible boost, so I can push him to SP3, which I'm going to need to because the power gain is just completely out of control. So I'm very glad I indestructible boosted for this fight because it's not like last season where I could just Tigra him, or Chavez him actually, because I can't fit Chavez on the team mainly. But that's okay. Hood's going to do a decent enough job. It's just really frustrating, and yeah, that indestructible boost is essential. And I'm glad I didn't get that eaten up earlier or else I would have been dead, so that's cool. We throw, what is this, like our third SP3 in this fight? It might be only the second, I don't remember. This fight goes so long, I probably should have sped it up too, but we're gonna finally get the Fate Seal up, which we already have actually, but I need to hit him to refresh it, but too late because it falls off again, so... Oh my gosh, yeah, okay. So... the Fate Seal's gone. We need to go for another SP2 to get it back, and we're going to do that in a second. And we throw it. There we go. Okay, and now we need him to dash in. He does, and then we trigger the bullets, and he's dead. Finally, that was like a 2.5 minute fight. So I'm glad that's over. But okay, so next up we have Jabari Panther on node 38, and Dani is going to be really good for this fight. It helps a lot to have Wags pre-fight on it, but it's not necessary. My game plan here is going to be spamming SP1s, mainly just to keep the protection down and just to use the damage from the protection being down while I have it, because lining up an SP2 isn't going to be easy when the protection is down, because I only have like a 14-second window to actually throw it, but that's okay. Because we're just going to spam SP1s and it's going to go perfectly fine. When we actually throw SP1s with the Fury, they do some really good damage, like you saw a 43k crit there. But anyway, we're going to trigger our Falter and do a bunch of Dani things, and it's going to be pretty easy. I ran out of prowess, but I got one back now. I should be spamming that block instead of just doing it once, but it's alright. Also, gaining prowess stalls Jabari's Huntress charge gain, so that made it a lot easier to ramp up in this fight. Also there I messed up, but it's okay. I meant to trigger a new Falter, but I didn't realize there was a couple seconds left on my old one, so when I was holding block, the Falter fell off and my new one didn't trigger, so that's fantastic, but whatever, that's okay. We're gonna go to node 42 Gorr. Yeah, like the worst fight on the map. This is maybe the hardest fight on the entire map, in my opinion. I'm not just saying that because you're going to see me screw up and die to it like twice, but it is really hard, and I'm actually being dumb here, not gaining prowess. As soon as he blocks, I should be spamming light attacks. I don't really know why I wasn't, because now he has 3 indestructibles. I think I like underestimated how difficult this was going to be. So now I need him to throw an SP2, he does, and we get a few misses, but he's got so much power, and now I just pushed him to another SP2. We block it, we take a lot of block damage, and he's got so much power still, and I'm gonna take a combo, and we're almost dead now. Now I have to dex the SP2 because of that combo I took, and I'm dead, and he's at full health. So that's great. I played that terribly. I needed to get prowess, I needed to get indestructibles off, I needed to bait SP1s, and I did none of that because I'm an idiot and I did not take into consideration how hard this fight was actually going to be before going into it. So on the second attempt, I am going to do a little bit of a better job at it, and we're going to see what happens. I healed up my Gorr, my Gorr's already healed up to full. I healed up my Hood to full, and I'm going back in. We're going to do a better game plan where I'm actually going to hit his block, get some prowess, because I'm going to need it, and it's nice that I got an SP2 off immediately. We're going to go for another one. We're doing a good bit of damage, except he's indestructible, so it doesn't matter. And now I need to get the indestructible off. So I need to get him to go block, which he does there. And now I have a little bit of prowess. I'm going to bait his SP1 right here, but he's going to be a passive idiot, and it's going to take forever. So now I'm worried about my bullets falling off, which I'm pretty sure they're going to do because he still won't throw it. So yeah, those bullets just did nothing because of the protection, and now I'm going to somehow get caught on a dashback and die. So at this point, we sent the backup to take this fight. They died a couple times because the fight just sucks. And yeah, so now I'm at the last fight of my war after that disaster. And this is going to be Node 48 Kingpin. And if I was ever talking about high highs in this video, it would be this fight, because this fight's going to go really, really well, and I'm really proud of it. So my game plan here is going to be keep as many prowess as possible, specifically the noted prowess, because the noted prowess, or tactic prowess I should say, allow you to reduce purified chance by 34% each. And I want that because I want to shut off Conflictor as fast as possible, because Conflictor is going to be the worst part of this fight. Conflictor is going to be giving him so much power, and if he gets to SP2, I'm not 100% good at dexing it, and I will take a lot of damage, especially if I block it because of the impact charges. So this is actually a pretty good placement, just because of how scary Kingpin is on the SP2, and how extra power gain on Kingpin is terrifying. But I'm going to do a pretty good job with Dani to where that's not going to matter, because his Purify is beyond shut off now, because I have so many tactic prowess. And we are going to go for SP1s only, just to keep up a slow. And the reason we want to keep up the slow is just in case he goes to SP2, it's not going to matter. And also, it means we can bait heavy attacks and then punish them immediately, because this slow, you know, obviously stops indestructible. So, not indestructible, unstoppable. So, game plan is just manage narrow arrows, manage prowess, spam SP1, and it'll be okay. We have the miss to where we can block and not have to worry about impact charges at all, because of the fact that we can just make him miss, and that's really good. So we're going to go for an SP1 here after a couple extra neural arrows, and it's going to be a good time. We're going to trigger some there, he goes for a heavy, and then we make the heavy miss, which is really fun. We got some nice neuro shock damage, we got some nice SP1 damage. This Kingpin is going down surely but smoothly, and just like that, he's going to take a lot of damage from the SP1, and we get a nice crit, and he's marked, and he dies with no damage taken on that fight. So, again, high highs, every Dani fight was outstanding in my opinion. Low lows, the Hood fights went really badly, the Jabari fight was a disaster. Overall, I'm very disappointed with myself for this war, but the Dani fights were just enough to keep me positive about some of it. So, that is my war for you. We did lose by 7 attack bonus, I think, so that sucks, but at the same time, it's whatever. We did the best we could, and we're just going to be eager to take on the next alliance and the next war. So, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.